girl, no.
Look how easy it is now.
Welcome to Stu News with me, Naomi Pink.
And me, Rob Horn.
Our guest on today's show is Johnny Williams, founder of Exit Left Apparel Fashions.
We'll be speaking to him later on in the programme.
Also, coming up,
we give our take on binge drinking.
And have a look at the most competitive deals for young drivers on car insurance. But before all that kicks off...
Unemployment in the UK is on the rise again. Is it too late for the government to step in and take control?
We've sent Kerry Higgins to find out more.
Figures recently announced show that around 2.57 million people in Britain are unemployed. With that in mind, places like this, Winchester's Job Centre, will see increased numbers in the up-and-coming months, especially as the demand to provide a fruitful Christmas closes in. The unemployment rate has increased by 8.1%, leaving an additional 114,000 people out of work in Britain. Howard Archer, Chief UK Economist at RAS Global Insight, stated, "A lot of young people who are unemployed now will still be unemployed next summer when the next group of graduates and school leavers will arrive." We spoke to a young job seeker to find out what her experience was like trying to find work.
I was close to starting a new job, but the shop actually shut due to the recession before I was able to start, so they did send me a letter and explain reasons why and stuff. But apart from that, people have just said they haven't got any vacancies.
The unemployment rating is at a record high of 991,000 between people aged 16 and 24, and there is a jobless rate of 21.3%. Also, part-time jobs are at a record low, down by 174,000. But what effect has this had on local businesses?
Not for us anyway. I'm getting more people apply for me now than I ever have. I'm getting, in about a week I might have 40 applicants apply for me, which is massively compared to what I was getting when it was only 20, maybe 20 maximum.
We've got plenty applications coming in for each job, so that is not a problem. We don't have a high turnover, so we don't actually have a lot of recruitment, but when we do recruit for that role, and then we get a lot of applicants coming through online.
Although the number of people applying for jobs has increased, the amount of jobs available has decreased. That may not even be the worst of it. Experts say that joblessness will rise well into next year as the Eurozone crisis continues to affect Britain's economic growth. The sharp hike in tuition fees next autumn may also push even more young people into finding work, rather than applying for a place at university.
There's a lot of stuff that's out there that people don't know about, I think. It's a lot more. I think there's a big thing about awareness. So, here at the university, they have a job shop where graduates are still they're free to go and get sort of advice and stuff. So, and not a lot of people know that. In terms of nationwide, I think it's tough. There's no jobs out there, so it's just down to people's determination to keep on trying.
It's an issue that the government need to address. The coalition government at the moment is not addressing them as they should. Raising tuition fees to one is not going to help unemployment. In fact, it's going to be a catalyst for even more unemployment, with less people going into becoming graduates because less people are going to university. That means that skilled work and work that you need a qualification for are not going to be filled, which is also going to have an effect on the economy as well.
David Cameron recently announced his plans to tackle unemployment.
That is why we have the Work Programme, which is the biggest back-to-work programme since the 1930s, that's going to help 2.5 million people. That is why we have welfare reform, to make sure it pays for people always to be in work. That is why we're reforming our schools, including raising the participation age to 18, so we end the scandal of 16 and 17-year-olds left on the dole. And that is why we have a record number of apprenticeships, 360,000 this year.
The government have made some effort to address the problem. In May, David Cameron and Nick Clegg put both their names to a £60 million package in order to create 250,000 apprenticeships and 100,000 work placements in the next 2 years. But will such efforts have any effect on the current unemployment crisis?
Thanks, Kerry, for that. Now, with the rise in unemployment, young people are finding it more and more difficult to be able to learn to drive.
A way around this is the Co-op's new insurance policy, targeted specifically at those younger drivers out there.
We sent our very own Kelly Ratcliffe to do some investigating.
1 in 10 drivers between the age of 17 and 25 are caught drink driving in the UK every week, and around 3,000 people are killed each year through collisions caused by driving under the influence. Helping to make the roads a safer place, insurance companies have reacted by introducing various schemes. The Co-op has introduced a new type of insurance policy used to improve the driving of young people through a reward-type system. The Cooperative's insurance policy is specifically aimed at drivers between the age of 18 and 25. Sold only through its website, the cover uses a smart box tracker which records the speed, braking, acceleration and cornering of the car, as well as the time of day the car is used, which helps them review your premium. The smart box works on a pay-how-you-drive system, making the young driver insurance slightly different to other insurance policies. It's very compact, installed out of sight behind the dashboard. The data is processed so the driver is able to be placed on a rating system, scoring from 1, dangerous, to 5, safe. Premiums are reviewed every 90 days.
Ready to go?
Those who score continuously high are rewarded up to 15% of their premiums. Those who score low will see their premiums rise and may find their insurance cancelled. This spy-in-the-car system has an average cost of £1,200, and the Co-op reckons they could help the majority of young drivers make a year's saving of around £600, making them one of the cheapest insurance policies on the market.
So do you think the Co-op Smart Box insurance is a good idea?
I think it's an excellent idea. Basically, the smart box is, should be used as a standard for all insurance companies.
So do you think you recommend this to any of your pupils?
Well, with better training and, with professional agencies, I think the smart box is a very good solution.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Richard. And I hope all the best for you, really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All the best. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye.
Like with normal insurance, you have to pay an initial premium, but this does tend to be cheaper than many competitors. Then if you drive well, you'll be rewarded with a discount, but if you drive badly, then you'll have a penalty applied. Young people face the steepest car insurance premiums because they are involved in the highest number of severe road accidents. Insurance companies have to reflect the risk of the person they're insuring, and because young people are perceived as a higher risk, then their premiums tend also to be higher, often an average of around £4,000. However, this scheme recognises that as well as the bad drivers, there are also many young drivers who are responsible and who shouldn't be tarred with the same brush. So this type of telematics insurance gives these good young drivers the chance to show that they can drive well, and as a result, they pay a better price for their car insurance.
It's offering a reward for driving safely, slowing down, not braking harshly, etc. And it's also...
Thanks, Kelly.
So, if you'd like to find out any more details about Co-op's SmartBot scheme, you can head to our website where you'll find direct links to the Cooperative's homepage as well as comparison websites.
Now, we all enjoy going out and having a drink with our friends. But do you know when you've consumed too much?
Well, binge drinking is a serious problem for many people right across the UK, and many of us are affected by it, whether that'll be learning from peers or experimenting for yourselves.
What we want to know is how many people drink without realising the implications of doing so, and what support is out there for those that desperately need it.
Well, we're going to hand you over to Rachel Kelly, who's taken some time out looking more into this growing issue.
At some point in your life you will have been warned about binge drinking and its consequences. But what exactly is binge drinking? The government guideline states that a weekly alcohol intake for men should be 21 units per week. Men, it should be 14 units per week. This equates to 3 units a day for men and 2 units per day for women. All this information is great, but does anyone actually know how much a unit is? We've come to the University of Winchester to ask the students how much 1 unit of alcohol is, and how much they think they consume in a week. How much is a unit?
1 pint glass, 3 shots.
Fine. Bacardi Breeze or something?
A unit is actually a small glass of wine, half a pint, or a 25ml shot. Out of the students we asked, only 13% of them actually knew how much a unit was. and the majority of them consume between 30 and 40 units a week. This is well above the recommended guidelines. Every day there are teams of people who deal with binge drinking, from bouncers to police, hospitals and road sweepers who clear up the mess in the morning. We asked a team of street pastors what they think about the ongoing problem of binge drinking.
Binge drinking is a rising problem across the country. We see drunk students being sick and staggering around every night. It's hard to see an end to the issue with supermarket offers on alcohol and cheap drinks in clubs and bars to get people through the doors. People need to be educated to the risks of excessive drinking and how much is a safe amount to drink before binge drinking becomes out of control.
So go out and have fun with friends, but don't let alcohol ruin your night. Drink in moderation.
Thanks. Now, on with the next part of the show.
Fashion plays a massive part in everyday life. Some people are conscious of the way they look and the image they give out to other people. And some people embrace it, like this gentleman, Johnny Williams.
Johnny, welcome to the studio. It's great to have you here.
A quick congratulations on the relaunch of your fashion label. Well done. So, we're having a few technical difficulties there. Hi, Johnny. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Thank you very much for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We've actually got your new ad here, and I love it. Let's take a look.
Follow me, why don't you follow me down to the street and then back to my house. Watch your step, I'm number 1B. Come on in, I'm sorry for the mess. I saw you standing there, now I asked you for a light.
Well, your label's really taken off in the last year. Tell us, when and where did you first come up with this idea?
Well, I thought about it in 2008, I had a really good idea, and I was kind of bored of seeing the same things in high street shops. So I got a team together and we produced 3 shirts and they had really positive feedback. And yeah, so we decided to relaunch and the team's been great.
Awesome.
That's really good. So I'm assuming you've always taken an interest in like fashion and how things look.
Oh yeah, I love fashion, always love fashion.
So, have you found it difficult competing, obviously, with other markets out there?
Well, I don't think you should have competition. I think you should just go out and just do stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel, well, we've tried our best and we're just trying to be as big as possible.
So, how's it been like? How has it been working in an independent like group sort of thing?
Being independent's brilliant. It's hard as we've got so much work to do, but as we have such a good team, we work it out. The thing about being independent is you can do what you want.
Yeah. Well, do you find it takes obviously a lot of responsibility carrying out your role?
Oh yes, it really, really does.
Yeah. So we hear you've developed a good recognition within the company. And what sort of promotion are you sort of looking for to sort of get everyone to notice your brand?
Well, we've had a few magazines and we've had some fashion websites and we've had so much positive feedback. It's been brilliant.
So where did you start in terms of promotion? Where did you look first?
Well, just it's hard really. Just start at the beginning. All I can really say, just try to pick out small things and get it out there. Media's been such a big thing, like Facebook, and we've even got support from Rizzle Kicks.
Wicked.
That is really good. I bet you're really pleased with like the success of how it's going so far. I mean, what do you think the future holds for you?
Well, it's hard to say, but we just hope we can be as big as possible. I mean, I'm so lucky with this opportunity, and yeah, speechless. It's been brilliant so far.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations on everything. Thank you so much for taking your time and coming and speaking to us today. And best of luck.
Yeah, it's been really good having you here, and we hope to get you back in the future, see how things are going.
For those of you who love the new range and like the chance to win a 1-year modelling contract with Exit Left Apparel team, send in your pictures to our website or upload them to our Facebook and Twitter pages.
Definitely. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch us next week at an earlier time of 7 o'clock. Don't miss it.
Thank you and good night.